Favourite cake, I've got to say, sponge cake with fresh cream and loads of strawberries.
Carrot cake.
Ben's cheesecake.
Coffee cake, I think.
Walnut cake. Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Carrot and walnut cake.
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do?
In the last 5 years, the demand for different styles and varieties of cakes has increased, due to them becoming more prominent in the media. With this explosion, both large supermarkets and small family-run bakeries have had to modernise their production methods.
Well, there's been a bakery here since 1926. It was started off by a lady called Miss Glaister, and she used to bake in her mum's kitchen and sell in the front room. The actual methods haven't really changed that much, in the sense that when Miss Glaister was here, she'd have done everything by hand, because she wouldn't have had a machine, whereas now we use machines to mix cakes on.
We don't actually bake the sponges, but we just put the cream and jam in them, so they come in pre-packed. The cream sponges are £1 now, so they fly out about 30 a day, and then maybe more at the weekend.
However, not all of us can afford to buy cakes and have returned to the idea of making our own, thanks to various TV shows.
The biggest change, I think, now can really be put down to probably television programmes. That's really changed it. It's really made people look at baking from home in a big way.
Everybody thinks they're a cake maker now, so they all want to have a go, and this is an ideal type of thing to do now. And with the economical climate, I think people think that by making their own it is cheaper, and that's what I think people are doing now.
I've done baking from home since I was a young girl up until now, with a family of my own, so yes, I do a lot of baking.
When I left school, I looked through a magazine and saw wedding cakes, and that's what gave me the idea. I thought I'd love to be able to make those, and I went to catering college and then put the cakes aside for a long time, and then came back to it once I had children, really.
From children's birthdays to Christmas to weddings, cakes for special occasions have become more tailored around individual tastes and styles.
As you can see from behind me, bling, butterflies, anything sparkly at the moment is in. That's the trend at the moment.
I think they've changed a lot over the years. I think they've become more minimalist to what they used to be. Used to have a lot of icing on and a lot of decoration, a lot of royal icing, hard icing, so I think they've changed a lot over the years.
This idea of cakes reflecting the individual has increased in the last decade with the explosion of cupcakes from America.
There seems to be cupcakes everywhere. Everybody's doing cupcakes these days, and yeah, some of them are so amazing and intricate. There's so much detail on one little cake.
The popular novelty cake would be a giant cupcake, which I do lots of for birthdays. They want something personal to their family member or whoever the cake is for, the colours, the pictures, the designs, anything.
Whatever they want, they can request anything. They can even design their own cake.
While most of us can enjoy cakes, others have different dietary requirements. But does the industry cater effectively for people with allergies?
I think that the industry could do more to make sucrose-free stuff very much more appetising to diabetics, yes.
A lot of supermarkets have extended their sort of free-from range, because that's my friend at the supermarket, the free-from range. So I just go there, and they've extended their cakes, their biscuits, muffins, rolls, everything like that. Yeah, so it's getting more and more popular, I think.
I think people do need to bake more gluten-free, gluten, wheat and dairy-free cakes, because there are more and more demand for it, for them, sorry. And there's lots of delicious recipes, and if you tasted one, you wouldn't know the difference.
Cakes have always been decorated. However, recently they've become more detailed, and many people consider it both an art and a skill.
I think if you've got an artistic flair, or you're good at art, I think that's what made me go into cake decorating as well, because I liked art at school. So, not that I was very good at art, but I liked it.
The baking is a skill, and the decorating of them and the making of the figures and models is probably an art.
Personally, it's my hobby. I do it as a hobby, but the stuff that I've seen in magazines and on the internet and stuff, it's definitely an art form. There's a lot of work goes into them.